Hi guys, in this video we look at how to common factor. This is going to be a short tutorial on introduction to common factoring and how to common factor. So first off, when we common factor, we're actually undoing the distributive property. So if you remember what the distributive property says, it says that if we have a product A times B plus C, then we can expand this by writing this as AB plus AC. Now, based on the symmetric property of equality, if I have something of the form AB plus AC, well, I can rewrite it as A times B plus C. And how to identify that I can rewrite something in this form into this factored form here is to identify that there's a common factor between two terms in a polynomial. So here A is the common factor between these two terms, and remember that terms are always separated by addition and subtraction. So let's go through a couple short examples. In this question it says to factor completely. So in question number one, we're going to look for common factors between these two terms. So first, I normally look at the coefficients of all the terms. Now, 56 and 4 are both divisible by 4, which means that there's a common factor of 4 between the two terms. There's also a common factor of m between the two terms because both terms have a factor of m. So we're going to factor out 4m. So this is equal to 4m. Now what we're going to write inside of the brackets here, or inside of the bracket here, is the first term is going to be 56 m squared divided by 4m. Because when I actually distribute, if I were to distribute 4m into the brackets, when I multiply each of these terms by 4m, I would need to get the same thing back. So 56m squared divided by 4m is 14m, and minus 4mn divided by 4m is minus n. So notice that if I were to distribute 4m into the brackets, I would get 56m squared minus 4mn. So all that we've done is we've just undone distribution to write my expression in, or our expression in factored form. We can apply the same principle to polynomials that are more than just two terms. So in the next question, we have three terms, and the polynomial, or the trinomial, is 9x to the power of 4 minus 6x cubed y plus 12x squared y squared. So remember that the first thing that you should always do is look at the coefficients. So 9, negative 6, and positive 12 are all divisible by 3. So we're going to factor out 3. Next, I've got x to the power of 4, x to the power of 3, and x squared. So the greatest common factor in terms of all of the x factors would be x to the power of 2. Then I have a factor of y here, a factor of y squared here, but the first term has no factor of y. So y is not a common factor between these three terms. So next I'll write brackets, and then I'll just divide each of these terms by 3x squared. So 9 divided by 3 is just 3. X to the power of 4 divided by x squared, well, all that I've done is I've factored out 2 factors of x, so I still have 2 more factors of x left over. Then I'll go to the next term. Negative 6 divided by 3 is negative 2. X to the power of 3 divided by x squared is just x, so I have 1 factor of x left over in this term. I also have a factor of y here that I didn't factor out. So I'm done with that term now. Plus, well, 12 divided by 3 is just 4. X squared divided by x squared is just 1. And we didn't factor out a factor of y because y was not a common factor. So we get 3x squared times 3x squared minus 2xy plus 4y squared. So that concludes this video, and we'll see you in the next lesson.